Imagine yourself embarking on a car journey through the stunning landscapes of China, when suddenly your eyes are met with the majestic Eiffel Tower before you. Surprised? You drive a few meters ahead and find yourself immersed in an avenue that evokes the elegance of the Champs-Élysées. Around you, buildings reminiscent of the charming architecture of Paris rise up. Meanwhile, a nearby park echoes the serene atmosphere of the Luxembourg Gardens. No, you're not experiencing a teleportation scene from Asia to Paris. You've just inadvertently landed in Tianducheng, a region built as an impressive replica of Paris, the capital of France, located on the east coast of China, within the city of Hangzhou. In 2007, this European-looking mini-city was constructed by a real estate group with hopes of profiting from the idea. The plan was to attract over 10,000 residents, yet for many years, the area became somewhat of a ghost town, with only around 2,000 inhabitants. At every corner, the lost investment was apparent. However, according to Chinese authorities' data, by 2017, its population had grown to 30,000 people, and development was expanded several times, including the commencement of a metro line construction, enabling commuting to the metropolis of Shanghai. However, these figures do not seem to correspond to reality. Spread across the 31 square kilometers of the area occupied by the so-called Paris of the East are neoclassical French-style buildings, creating a peculiar atmosphere reminiscent of a European neighborhood. Also found on site are a replica Arc de Triomphe and even a fountain mimicking the one in the gardens of the Palace of Versailles. The centerpiece of this landscape, however, is the Eiffel Tower, towering majestically at 108 meters in the heart of Tianducheng. In addition to the tourist spots typical of the capital of France, Tianducheng includes services and amenities to never have to leave the area, such as hospitals, schools, a country club, and a shopping center. Furthermore, the region is bordered by a river which, alongside the French landscapes, can, with a good dose of imagination, be associated with the Seine. And on the horizon, there are even copies of marble statues decorating various parts of the City of Light. A resort remains operational to accommodate tourists, as do restaurants that, despite being French-like, serve typical Chinese cuisine. The region was designed by the real estate company Zhejiang Guangsha. It is part of Guangsha Holding, a large business group established and developed under the opportunity of China's commercial reform and opening policy. In addition to the real estate sector subsidiary, the holding, founded in 1984, also has businesses in energy, finance, manufacturing, education, healthcare, media, hospitality, tourism, among others. Zhejiang Guangsha, responsible for building the Chinese Paris, was founded in 1993 and listed on the Shanghai Stock Exchange in 1997. It is the national construction industry to have received the recommendation of the Ministry of Construction in China. The company's goal in building Tianducheng was to attract the country's new wealthy residents and tourists to drive the city's commerce and strengthen the local GDP. I'm not sure if the investment is paying off, as the city remained nearly deserted for at least 10 years, and even today, it's clear that it's not fully occupied. It has become common in China to come across empty condominiums, neighborhoods, and even entire cities. According to Wade Shepard, author of the book Ghost Cities of China, there may be more than 64 million empty properties in China. This would be enough to house the entire population of France. The biggest example of this phenomenon of abandoned cities is Ordos, a city amidst the barren deserts of Inner Mongolia in the Kangbashi district. The whole city feels like a post-apocalyptic space station straight out of a science fiction movie. These were the words of photographer Raphael Olivier when visiting the ghost city of Ordos. Built in 2001 to be home to 1 million people, the city now has only 100,000 residents, and the situation has been worse. The fact is that New Ordos City was very close to Old Ordos City, which was already a prosperous city. So people saw no need to move to the new area, making it the world's largest ghost city. 1,400 kilometers away, around the hills of Shenyang, another abandoned region lies. It's the State Guest Mansions, a residential complex of palatial-style mansions designed to host the Chinese elite. However, the 260 properties and villas, with arches, columns, and imposing facades, were never inhabited as the Greenland Group. The company building the project abandoned them in 2012, just 2 years after construction began. Are herds of cattle and occasional adventurous explorers who wander like ghosts through the arched balconies and stone facades of hundreds of abandoned villas. Guo, a 45-year-old farmer who moved to the ghost city, told Agence France-Presse that the project was likely abandoned because of official corruption. They cut off funding and cracked down on uncontrolled developments, so it was left half done. These houses would have sold for millions, but the wealthy didn't buy any of them, he told the agency. But why are there so many abandoned properties in China? The explanation for the large number of residences in China lies in the fact that the middle class in China views real estate as a safe investment. Due to investment restrictions outside the country, having more than one property is a safe way to keep savings intact and invested in tangible assets. Furthermore, the Chinese real estate sector plays a significant role in the economy, accounting for nearly 30% of GDP. Thus, the country continuously seeks to expand it to maintain the pace of economic growth. However, critics have long questioned whether this growth engine was creating a time bomb in the world's second-largest economy. This is partly due to the enormous debt that many developers incurred to finance their projects. Population aging and the rising cost of construction have also contributed to destabilizing the market, resulting in these entire empty cities. Before we conclude, if you enjoyed the content, we'd like to invite you to subscribe to this channel and help us reach our first goal, to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of June. Can we count on your collaboration by subscribing to this channel and sharing the video? Thank you very much for your support, and until the next video,